It's Sharon again. I am happy to see you and happy that you've joined me again today. Today, I'm going to talk about my take on the gospel readings in our lectionary today. And I'll post them so that if you want to take a gander, you can feel free. Today is Jesus' first public solo act in the Gospel of Mark. And in this, he and his disciples enter the synagogue on the Sabbath. And Jesus teaches, and he gets a lot of thumbs up from the people listening, and they compare him to the voices of others around and say, this one preaches and teaches with authority. But then, what I'm really moved by is that then Jesus acts. He sees someone who enters who is possessed by an unclean spirit, and Jesus heals him. He heals him, which is, dare we use the M word, a miracle. So Jesus, Karl Barth, who's a theologian, says that every miracle story in the New Testament, and there are quite a few, every miracle story is an example of a completely new and astonishing light being cast on the human condition. That's what's going on there when there's a miracle story. A completely new and astonishing light being cast on the human condition. So this week, I was driving to work and listening to National Public Radio, and they were broadcasting a story. And the story was about a new project at Boston Medical Center where they pair up women who are pregnant or new mothers who are in a very bleak situation. They pair them up with musicians. So let me tell you what goes on. So they use this one woman as an example to highlight an example of what they do. And this one woman found out that she was pregnant when she was arrested and in jail. She was a heroin addict, and her situation was incredibly bleak. She felt incredibly overwhelmed and was very confused and, like I say, overwhelmed. So her social worker told her about this program, and she got involved. And these musicians paired up with her, and they helped her to write and compose, and then perform and record a lullaby for her unborn child. And they found that the women who do this tend to reach some level of clarity about what's going on in their life, and and feel a connection with their child despite how difficult their bleak situation is. So something inspired these people to do this, and I would dare to say that it is a miracle that every mother and child who is helped experiences a miracle. They cast a completely new and astonishing light on the human condition. I think about what I might have done if I was in that synagogue 2,000 years ago. Perhaps I might have been moved by fear to call the bouncer and escort this man out. Perhaps I might have used the don't make eye contact technique to hope that he would just go away. Or perhaps I might busy myself with the work of the church and in my fear and anxiety not be moved to act as Jesus did. But inspired by this gospel, I say to myself, how might you and how might we all birth something new into the world, cast a completely new and astonishing light on the human condition? Today, perhaps even as we speak, there's a group called the Alphabet Rockers who are finding out whether or not they are going to win a Grammy Award for Best Children's Album. Alphabet Rockers. 10 years ago, Caitlin McGaw and Tommy Shepard birthed into the world a brand new idea to use music, specifically hip-hop, to empower and educate and show great love towards children. And if you Google Alphabet Rockers or the name of their album, which is Rise, Shine, Woke, #woke, you'll see some examples where they just empower these kids. And their kids are on stage and they're singing, "I'm proud." And they're dancing and they're just filled with the love that is being showered upon them by this new and astonishing light being cast on the human condition. Martin Luther King says that hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So I, and maybe you also, have spent the last year being pretty darn angry about what's going on in our country. Feeling as though we're possessed by an unclean spirit. The lesson I believe I'm learning from the gospel is, how might I birth something new? How might I cast something completely new and astonishing, a new and astonishing light upon the human condition? How might you and I work together to make that happen? How might I hear and heed and speak the voice of God, despite, or maybe because of the anger, and turn it into something new and astonishing and love-provoked? What's birthing in you today? Thank you for listening. I so appreciate you and want to invite you to put in a comment and let me know what's birthing in you today. Tell me the stories like the Alphabet Rockers or the Boston Medical Center. Let's inspire one another to learn about and learn from the bright and shining, astonishing new light being shed on the human condition. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. Leave a comment. Love you. Bye. Thanks.